Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to show you obviously how well I'm doing on the project pan Take Me to February, well, the end of February. So yeah, let's get into that. But before I do, I've not spoke about this yet because this is going to be the palette, the eyeshadow palette that I use in 2019. So I want to use all this up in 2019. Maybe I'm being a little bit I don't know, optimistic, it may the word be, and it's the Tartelette Tease palette. Doesn't actually, oh yeah it does, it says net weight is 0.85 grams, 0.03 ounce, and you get 6 eyeshadows. So it just looks like that. And I've had it in the collection a while, and I didn't want to bring a great big palette out. And basically, I'm not going to be too optimistic, even though I said I want to use all the eyeshadows up. I'd be happy if I used the 4 up, because the darker shades I just won't use unless I use them as eyeliners. So I'd be happy. Let me just wipe it. It's a little bit grubby, guys. Sorry about this. So we've got Whisper. I'll have no problem getting through that just because I use that kind of shade on my eyes every single day. It's similar to Glow from Colourpop. And then we've got the one below it is Wink, and that's a similar shade as well. I can use that as a base. And then we've got the 2 shimmery shades. So we've got Crush, which I really like, and I've made quite a dent in that already, so I don't think I'll have a problem getting rid of that. And then First Kiss. So those 4 shades there, that like quad kind of thing, I don't really feel like I've got an issue with. Even this brown one here in the shade Heartbreaker, I could probably mix that with one of these shades here to get a more neutral shade for a transition shade. So I'm quite optimistic in being able to pan that palette by the end of 2019. So yeah, I just wanted to briefly speak about that. I've not actually used it yet. So yeah, I think I'm just going to start using it in January and leave it till then, and obviously see how well I do throughout the months. Then I have this palette. We all know how well I've done using this, but I've hit more pan on it just because I use it so frequently. I love this palette. It's the Revolution and Imagination palette. It's got a really big mirror, and can you see how much more pan is on Pretty Heart there? Hang on a minute. Right, so that was my mum. So we was talking about this Revolution and Imagination palette. Like there's a really big ring now, so you can actually see where I've hit pan. And this is kind of like the first. I've done an intro on all the things I want to hit pan on going forward into February. So this is like the first update, I would say. And then we've got this one here, literally. This is the lightest contour in the palette, and you can see where I've made a huge dent here. So I'm just continuing to use that. Oh god. But I have been using, like last couple of days, as a darker contour, Warrior, which is the middle shade, and Can't Deal. So I've been mixing those 2 together, and they look quite nice. Highlights, I don't think I'm gonna like pan any of these highlights in February, but I would like to pan this one. I use it all the time, Slay My Life. It's really nice. It's 2 golden shades, so I just mix them both together. So that's one item that I'm going to be panning, or some of these shades I'm going to be panning anyway going into February, from now until February, should I say. This is another one. This is going to be done much sooner than February. I think it's about it's either there or there, and I have only been using it on my eyelids just because it's too dark. It's in the shade 10. It's too dark for me, so I've just been using it on my eyelids as like a base for my eyeshadow, and obviously to get rid of the veins that are in my eyelids. this is something that I've actually put in my collection because I've used up the Essence one, so I put this one in. It's the collection, the writing's come off, 16-hour lasting concealer in the shade Fair. And again, there's hardly any in here, so that'll be gone soon as well. Probably between the end of December and the beginning of January it will probably be gone, because I don't think there's that much left. So yeah, and then I will pull another concealer to put into the basket. Then we've got these like cream eyeshadows that I really want to make a huge dent in December. So we've got this Australis Metallics in Guns and Rose Petals, and obviously, now I've spoke about this before, my best friend in Australia got me these and I don't want them to go bad, so I do really want to use them up, but I've got so much makeup that I want to use up. It's just actually getting to them. And then it's this Australis Metallics eyeshadow in JZ, which is a nice bronzy shade. So I definitely want to try and make a dent in that. And then there's this Steeler one, which I've barely used. I think I've used it about once, and it's in the shade Metallic Laurel, which is really pretty. Oops. I do want to get rid of a lot of the cream eyeshadows and also a lot of my colourpop ones, just because they don't last long. So there's this one in Kathleen Lights. So I want to make a huge dent in that as well. Also this, I've barely used it. It's the Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust in the shade Solstice. So I've shown these before in my makeup basket. Again, I would like to use as much as that going forward into February, well, from now till February. This I'd like to also use and get rid from the collection, just because it's going quite dry, and it's in the shade Natural. I wouldn't say I've had it a long time. Now it feels quite soft now, but it is quite dry as well, so I do actually want to get rid of it out of the collection. Then we've got this Colourpop one in Aquarius, similar shade. That one actually feels smoother, so Aquarius is there, Natural is there. Excuse me. Right, and then I have this Primark red one. It's just the shade red, and I've had this ages, and this is going dry as well, so that's that one. So I want all them gone, to be honest. Then I have this Body Shop Honeycomb bronzer in the shade 02. This is the same, just want it gone. I've made quite a lot of progress on it, you know, so you basically just got the rim now, so that's quite good. I'm wearing this today. This is the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick in the shade Fig. Now, I'm not sure I like it, to be honest, but I do want to pan it. I mean, it's alright, but it's not one of my favourite lipsticks, so yeah, that's going. Then we've got a Colourpop eyeshadow in Hanky Panky. I've made quite a lot of progress on this as well, guys. You'll probably be able to see that just here and then just around here as well. So yeah, I've made quite a lot of progress there, which I'm happy with. Another thing that needs to be gone is this. This is going to go quite easily, so I've got dark foundations and I basically put some of this in to lighten it. I don't even use the dropper anymore, just because the dropper is pretty rubbish, so I just kind of like put some on. I put my foundation on my hand and then like a couple of squirts of my foundation, and then put the correct amount of lightning drops on it, and then yeah, Bob's your uncle kind of thing. It lightens the foundation, and yeah, I don't think there's an awful lot in here, to be honest, but I will need to repurchase this just because I have got quite a lot of foundations that are darker than my skin tone at the moment. Next one is Colourpop's Cheap Day, and I have hit quite a lot of pan on this, so yeah, I don't think it will take me too long. I think this will be out of the collection in February, just like most of the Colourpop eyeshadows that I'm showing you, apart from the Kathleen Lights one. This one will definitely be out of the collection by February. It's in the shade Glow. I mean, look at that, I have made such a dent in that in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, really proud of that. I can't wait to use something up. I'm just going to feel so proud, I know I am. This is another thing that I definitely want out. It might not go out in February, but it will go out of the project pan this year, and this is it, the Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover, and it's just a mini. I mean, I could keep it in the collection, it's good to have minis for like when you go away, but I do actually want to use it up. Yeah, so that's that. This is something that I'll talk about that last actually. So this is something that I want out of my collection, and this is the Revlon Colour Stay in the shade Light Pale, so it just looks like that. And again, I have used a little bit more, but not much. You can't really see on this, whereas you could see on all the other products I've shown you on how much I have used up. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going very slowly, but it has only been a few weeks since I did the Project Pan intro, so I'm not too worried about that. Then I have this eyeliner. I'm not too sure about how I feel about this. I've swatched this before for you, but I'll do it again. I don't think I like it, guys, to be honest. It's the Maybelline Kohl eyeliner in 210, so that's that one. And then I have this orange tone base red. Love this, and it's in the shade Call Me Crazy. It's not drying up or anything, but I'm using a lot of orange toned red lipsticks lately, and this one is super smooth. I don't really need to get it out of the collection. I'm just using it every time I use a lipstick that is in that shade. So that's Call Me Crazy 210. That's Primark's red, Kathleen Lights Aquarius, and Natural, the NYX Natural one. So yeah, that's all of them that I want out. Then I've got this mascara in by Deuce, and it's the Punk Volumized Mascara, and you'll know that I want that out of the collection as well if you've been watching that intro that I did. This one is already out of the collection, and that's why I put that collection concealer in. So this one, yeah, I think this is a really good concealer, guys. If you haven't tried it and you want a drugstore concealer, consider like purchasing this because it is really good. And it's the Essence Stay All Day 16-hour foundation. It's in the shade 10 Natural Beige. I would recommend that one, and I do actually like the collection one as well. I think they're about the same. A lot of people do prefer the collection one. My throat is going. The last thing, no sorry, second to last thing is this Rouge Edition Velvet in the shade 07. It's a matte finish and it's in the shade Nudist. Now I spoke about this in my previous video. I haven't used an awful lot. I think it's just up to the actual lipstick, but I would like to use a lot of this going forward in makeup baskets, and obviously panning it or trying to pan it by the end of the year. So I want to be using this more regular than I have been. And then the last thing in this project pan is this. I've had this ages. My mum got me this one year for, I think, Christmas or my birthday. I always forget because my birthday's like 6 weeks after Christmas. Anyway, I've been using it quite a lot. I did show this in my perfume collection, so you might actually be able to see that I have used it quite a bit. Anyway, it looks like that, so I've used about a third in total, and then it looks like that when you put it that way. So yeah, it is about a third. You get 50 mils in this, and it's the exotic one. It says far and away exotic, and it just smells so nice. And you can use this quite a lot because, as you know, with Avon perfumes, they don't last, so you can use it quite a lot. So I can put this in my handbag and actually use it when I feel like the scent's going away. So I might do that. Next month it might even be like down to there. So yeah, really impressed with this. In fact, I think I'm going to do put a marker on it, and just so I know how much I've used in that month, which I should have done last month really, but live and learn, guys, live and learn. Anyway, this is all my kind of project plan from now until February. So we'll go until the end of February, so kind of the beginning of March is when I want to be seeing like a lot of these things out of the collection. There are quite a few things in this collection, so yeah, there are quite a few things in this project pan. I'm not going to get rid of all of them, but as long as I get rid of the colourpop eyeshadows, as long as I hit pan completely on Pretty Heart, and maybe literally as well, and what else, as long as I, you know, make a huge dent, if not get rid of all of this, then I'll be really happy, because I will have got a few things out of the collection. And also that Body Shop bronzer, I want that completely gone by the end of February as well. Is there anything else? Maybe these, and I will have repurchased another one, but maybe a different brand. And no, I'm sure, I can't remember, most people do these lining drops, but there's a brand that I wanted to try that actually do them and not Body Shop, so I'll look into that. It was a brand in Superdrug that I saw them, but I didn't get them because obviously I've got the Body Shop ones already. What else do I want to get rid of? I wouldn't mind getting rid of this. There isn't that much left in it, I don't think. But yeah, if I don't get rid of it, then it's not the end of the world. Definitely this, because there isn't much left in it. It's the MUA Brow Define Tinted Brow Mascara, and you know, a few other things really. Just a matter of, you know, trying to use them as much as I can. Thank you for watching. It means so much to me. If you haven't already, please like and please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.